Hey everyone, this is Leader here, and today I'm gonna show you all the picks for this day. It was a really good day, I'll say that. An amazing day, and I got plenty of things. So I'll begin. Let's just say by order. First of all, I got these two robots in a Chinese store. I actually saw the box of this one that was being It was like there was like some kind of mini compressor that was being used that was over this box, and I saw a robot model, and I was like, no fucking way! Don't tell me it's the one that I used to have when I was younger. And it's not. It's it's the Nova version, but it's the one that was made after 2012. Let's just say it's like the first versions that they released after this entire Nova Defa thing changed. It was Shangxing, then it was Defa. But I got this one, and this one, of course, I got these two for dirt cheap. Like, first I got this one, and the reason why I got it dirt cheap is because, well, as you guys saw in the post, it's in perfect condition. Like, look, there's chunks of plastic that are broken. There's, see that? There's, like, pieces of plastic that are broken, so this just doesn't stay together. And it has a chunk of plastic missing from this side, as far as I'm aware of. There's just one little chunk of plastic that belongs to this other side. Then, of course, the gun is also broken off, but the sword is fine. The gun actually did light up, like the wires came up while I had it in my hands. But it lights up. It works and everything, same with this. The sword is fine. I put batteries in it. It didn't, it just made lights and sound. But I moved the little lever it has, like the little knob it has right here, and it started moving, so it was just a stuck motor. The robot works. It walks, it spins. It has the standard, the Children Let's Fight Together sound chip that most, how's it called? Most Defa toys have. So that one is pretty much, I mean, it works. It just needs a lot of glue and a lot of attention. So other than that, that's fine. Box is fine and everything. I like it because it's a blind box, and I'll say that there were plenty of robots. There were the purple and the red version of this one. There was the blind box version of Metal Fighter, the one by Defa. And of course, the other one that I got, that I tested out and I put it back into the box, is this one. This is another Black Raider. Now, just like my second Android, the reason why I got it is because it was super cheap. And it was super cheap because it's stuck. It's probably stuck. It only makes lights and sound, and that's it. And of course, this is another version of the one that I have. Because the one that I have, I think, has red eyes and a red gun. But this one has green eyes and green gun, and the sword is actually red. They are fixable. They are an absolute fixable thing, and I actually spent really almost nothing on these things. Second, of course, once I got into the fest, that's how we call it. That's how they call it. This meetup of collectors that just buy and everything. Is this? This is an Invader, an action Invader robot by Camco, and you guys are going to be like, where the fuck is the bottom part? Where the fuck is the gear? Well, it's not there. Turns out, I saw this, and I was like, if I don't get it this way, I'll never get it. So I was like, okay. I'd rather get it. Sometime I'll get the parts. If not, I'll just try to print the legs and the pieces. I'll try to see if I can, do something with that. And of course, one of the missile launchers is completely lost, but the other one is there. And if you open up the chest, the guns are not there. And if you see, there's a few pieces that are a little broken, and I think, of course, yeah, the gear that goes up and down is actually broken. Of course, it's like that because it was actually spinning, and it seems like it's cracked in half, so it just went off the shaft. It also has a missing piece that attaches to the bottom of the body that makes the doors open, so I'll have to figure out how to do that. I'll ask Kevin for pictures, and we'll see how that turns out. But this is the Invader. Of course, a light in the eyes actually work. It works. One of them works. The other one doesn't really seem to. But we'll see how this actually evolves. Anyways, there's that one. Of course, right after that, I ended up finding this lady who actually sold me these two. This, of course, another Camco Saturn, not a big deal to it. It's in really decent shape for what these things are, they are usually old and everything. This one's actually good. It may, like, you know, it has the face a little loose, but that's something I gotta fix. It needs lubrication and a little adjustment from this leg because it actually struggles to walk. Same with the electronics, the screen constantly blinks, so that needs, you know, thing. And it's a lot of maintenance and everything. And of course, it has the battery cover. That's one thing I was shocked about. I was like, no fucking way. The thing is complete, except for the missiles, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. It was a lot of 2 robots, as I said before. And of course, the second one was this fucking beauty. This is what I'm currently trying to work on. This is the Space Commander made by HC. I think that the company was HC, if I'm not wrong. I could swear it said HC somewhere. Either on the foot, on the side, or on the box. I can't remember where, but I do recall it actually said HC. Or was that the battery cover? I don't really know anymore. But one thing that gets me about this one is, of course, this one must be from the late 80s, early 90s. But, of course, you already guys are seeing it. This is the mouth that it has. And, of course, it goes screwed and everything like that. But once you take it off, you realize that this is nothing but the same shells they used for the Sonic controlled one. That actually has the, I think it's the microphone in here. And, of course, if you were to, I don't know, to see it better, it's basically this fucking robot that, you know, it looks like the one from Yonezawa, only that this one's electronic and has a few more gimmicks to it. Really cool. I like it. It works. The mechanics are pretty smooth. The speakers on the side, believe it or not, and everything. And of course, 4 buttons. The gun lights up with this button, and it walks a few steps, and then it just starts constantly shooting. And that's when this and the radar, that it doesn't even have, of course, it just has a huge crack on top of the head. Those 2 are supposed to light up. Of course, I'll try to see what I can do on that. Anyways, after that, I saw this. I didn't have plans on buying it. I bought it. This is a 1994 Happy Kid robot. It's, yeah, I'm pretty sure 1994 Wang Kwong, but it's Happy Kid. I don't remember the proper name of this. There's plenty of names, so I don't really know. I think it's just Robotic Ranger or something like that. Of course, Power Ranger knockoff robot. It came with a sword, and it actually works. Of course, it could use some cleanup, and I'll see if I can do something for the sword. I more than likely won't be able to do anything. Even though Robot Fighter has the sword that this one should have, I don't really feel like changing anything. So, these are settled. Of course, right after that, I found Robot King. The Robot King, I bought this one too. This one's made by Maycrowd. And, of course, has plenty of missing parts. The hand is broken, the grip and the spring are gone, so I'll have to redo that. And one of the wheels is actually broken in half right here. I really think there's a plastic piece right there in the inside. I doubt it's the wheel. It would already have gone off. Gear must be cracked in here because I can't really, you know, there's no traction or anything when I spin it. Battery cover's missing, but I did manage to try it out. And it does, like, the lights do light up, they change and everything. I didn't get it to puff smoke. Yeah, this one's supposed to smoke through the mouth. It has a little oil thing here. Of course, it doesn't have the gun, so I can't really make it light up a gun. And I was meant to get another one like this one, which is called the Mr. T-Talk robot. But, of course, the guy forgot to bring it. So, I got this one anyways. It's really neat, and I like it. I'll try to see if I can retro-bright this or do something. I really hope something can be done for it. So, I guess this one's now public. So, let me get this straight. I've already shown almost all of them, I guess. There's not really... But, of course, the last 2 that I got were these 2 fellas down here. These are actually from a fellow YouTuber. They, believe it or not... I didn't realize this until I went into, like, I grabbed it personally. So, basically, I was saying that I was needing another Poochie to see if I could, you know, like the head of a Poochie, to see if I could somewhat restore this Poochie that's down here. You know, the Poochie that has now the dead board and most of the parts. You know, it's basically a dead Poochie. So the guy comes in and says, yo, I have a Meowchi and I have a Poochie. They have been tampered with. I tried taking them apart, take a few pieces off. And I was like, okay. Okay, I really hope it's not, you know, I have an entire head with parts, so I really hope it's not. And I didn't realize this until I saw it a bit closer, but the nose was smaller. It had a little square, no holes in here. The cheeks are actually slightly bigger. It says Sega Toys on the bottom, and it has 1. It says 1. I don't know if on the ears, I doubt it, but on the leg caps, it actually says 1. Turns out this is a Japanese Poochie. I don't even know how one of them made it to Argentina, but this is a Japanese Poochie. And I didn't realize it was this complete, because I was like, okay, maybe it has missing, I don't know, ear shafts, the ear pieces I thought they were missing, the battery cover I thought it was missing. It's not missing, it's actually here. And one of the shafts is actually down here loose somewhere. Down there, I'm guessing. Let me just see if I can move it. Right there. And of course, the pink, purple Meowchi is a new thing. I'm not really used to fixing these because I haven't even tampered with one. But I'll see what I can do on it. Other than that, it was a really, like, I was like, what the fuck? Of course, it doesn't have the eyeglasses and it doesn't have the head button, but I'm praying and I'm hoping that they are the same as this one's. So I can just, you know, swap them and that's practically it. That's really good. So I think that's practically it. I mean, four vintage robots, one of the Wang Kwong Happy Kit ones, 2 Robo Cheese, and 2 recent ones that were really, really, really cheap priced. And yeah, if you figured out by now, my first Rex is all in pieces again. I'm trying to fix it up in a much more professional way, because it turns out I can actually 3D print these little holders to put on the shaft for the legs, so I don't really have to put any blob solder and damage any hole it has. This piece of shit can actually focus. There's a little shaft holder right there. There's no more solder or anything. There's just that. Anyways, I mean, that's practically everything for now. I'll start working on some robots tonight. Maybe this one will be the first one because it's, let's face it, this one and that one are the easiest ones, and the ones that the second I have them done, they will go to the shelves. This one will more than likely just go with my other Raider right there. And once the other model robot is done, I'll probably put it with the newer one that I have. So I'll see how that turns out. And other than that, I guess that's practically it. So, this piece of shit always gets on the fucking weight. There we go. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and bye.